Hello, my name is Jemael. I'll be presenting how to build resilience through data. The goal here is to create a database for economic impact analysis using MySQL Workbench. Uh, I am Jemael and I'm a process engineer as well as data scientist, and I'm also a veteran leader. So, what is database? Well, a database is a structured collection of data stored electronically. We have two types basically, a relational and a non-relational. The relational is MySQL, which is basically like part of like the structured query language. And then the NoSQL takes care of like the non-relational type, which is an example will be MongoDB. And the purpose is basically to just store variable and maintain integrity and enable analysis. So as the picture on the right hand side kind of like just give you a hint how tables are connected. So who basically uses like database the most? Why do we even care about that? Well, as I mentioned, to store like information. So you can look at it in manufacturing where we have key performing indicators, defect, and cycle time. So we want to store that so that we can keep track of those. And then in healthcare, we have patient record as well as diagnostics. So when you go to the doctor for a visit, they usually take notes and they usually store your information in the database. And in finance, it's basically for transaction purposes as well as risk analysis. So if like there's a transaction in the store when you go like to Walmart, and those transactions are basically stored in a database, and then the analyst will basically like conduct the analysis through using those information. And in retail, the same thing, but focusing mostly on inventory and customer behavior. So they can actually learn the patterns of the inventory through data. That's how they kind of like just promotes like the marketing aspect of that in retail as well. So when and why are databases crucial? Well, when it's usually like in this case basically the process improvement initiatives, and during COVID crisis, I mean during crisis, an example would be like during COVID, and for continuous quality monitoring, because we want to make sure like we have a tracking system that takes care of like the information that we obtain. Why? Well, we want to support like our data-driven decision making. So if like we don't have enough information, we cannot really like have tangible and strong conclusion on our analysis. That's why storing data is important. And also it prevents like data loss, because if like we store it, we have to make sure it's secure. So that's that. And then also it enables like the trend detection. So where do we see major importance in data basically? Well, as I mentioned, in manufacturing for the cycle time reduction and cost analysis. So as you can see, if like you don't have enough basically like information, your analysis will be basically skewed. That's why and it's gonna be costly, especially nowadays everything is linked to digital. So anything digital related implies data. And then the business intelligent platform, like creating that dashboards and return on investment metrics. How do you gauge that? It's by using database, because the database has informations. And then for the Six Sigma approach, we have the DMAIC analytics, which DMAIC basically helps, conduct the Six Sigma approach, and then the lean initiatives, basically. And for the data science, if like you want to like look at your model and how it's trained, that's when your information is helpful and really useful, and then also for evaluation purposes. Next, we look at like the COVID and how it was related to data-driven system. Well, we had a challenge, we had a disruption in the supply chain and the workplace. So you can think about it like, if like we have lack of suppliers or people working, then you see that the work will be actually impacted. Therefore, delivery of you know let's say if you're manufacturing like a car or a plane, if like there's a delay in a supply chain, then your workforce will be actually delayed as well, which will actually postpone the delivery date of the plane or any product that you are building or manufacturing. And the response for that was the need for business intelligence tool as well as like historical data to just keep track of those things, because before COVID we didn't have that issue, but during COVID people were impacted, and then it kind of like just impacted everything. And the solution that provided that was MySQL, using the database for project tracking, as I mentioned. And then the overview of the database created. So on the project that I'm working on, we had like, basically three tables, which, the project, basically the KPI tracking, the KPI project value, the cost saving. And then also we were able to like connect them through the foreign key for normalization and mixed data type. So why did we actually implement that? Well, why and how? So we actually created like a schema by going to the file, new query, as well as creating like schema database, build a table with fields and different type, and which basically define the relationship by looking at the foreign key between tables, and then we generated like the diagram basically. So that's how, through the reverse engineering through MySQL. So here the ER basically is the enhanced entity relationship diagram, which I will show later on, and then the relational model basically, which shows the relationship between the table using foreign key, and then we highlights the normal structure and reduce redundancy, because if like we have redundancy, then it's not good for our data set. So here we have basically the final EER as I mentioned, and then on the right hand side we were able to look at like my database, which included like tables, and then the table we expanded that for the cost saving, KPI tracking, and the project. And then here was actually the code that helped us get to the EER. And on the first hand side, so from 1 through 14, you can see like we created like the table and the schema, and then we added the project. And then from 15 to like 24, we actually created like the KPI tracking, and then we actually created the cost saving, and then combining them on the from like 37 to like 53. So why that was actually crucial for the project, for basically strategic importance of the database. So it was basically for decision agility, for a rapid response to market changes, and return on investment visibility. So we wanted to make sure like our information were visible with clearer tracking of financial impact, and then also longitudinal like analysis to track changes over time. And that basically concludes our presentation for today. And then here is like the scholarly and industrial relevance. Basically shows like, we have reference supporting database design and principle, and also business intelligence applications. And final thought for the presentation will be, using MySQL database, which enables meaningful business intelligence for visibility purposes, and it improves the pre and post-COVID comparisons, and for strategy, so it helps us like inform data driven decision making. And then if you want to like thank you very much for the time uh, watching the presentation, and then this is the contact and acknowledge. So as I mentioned, my name is Jemael Nzihou. I'm a process engineer and data scientist, and I have my portfolio here, and then also I have my QR code on LinkedIn if you want to get connected. Here the information. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.